What is going on, fellow farmers? Welcome back to another episode of FS25 with your boy CJFARMs. Today, guys, going to be back on this map. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the map anymore because I just can't pronounce it. You guys know what map this is. I highly recommend playing this map, guys. It's a really beautiful map, and so far I have really been enjoying this. What we're going to be doing today, so we got the first few episodes. You guys noticed that we spent most of our time building the farm and buying equipment, and the only thing we have left yet to do is buy a few fields. So that's what we're going to do, and we're also going to try to get into cutting some grass today and make some bales so we can have some bales of grass for our sheep. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go into the menu here. Let's go up to the map, and if you guys will notice, of course, those just tuning in, by default, let me go over here. By default, we own... Oh, I can't see that field right there. 49. So we own 49, 50, 20, 35, 22, and 23. Now, I haven't decided what. That's why I haven't adjusted the money yet. I have not decided what map or what other piece of land I want to buy yet. There's so much land around here. I'm thinking about getting a piece of land that is just doesn't have anything on it. It's plain Jane. It's ready to be, planted on or cultivated or whatnot. So I think we're going to have a look around the map before we make any split decisions. We're going to look around the map and see what we can possibly find. Now, of course, alternately, we could go like this and see what's on the map. And I want to get some fields that are close by. I don't want to go way out here unless we just absolutely have to. The ultimate go in owning these maps for me personally is to eventually own every piece of land. Now, if you guys will notice, if you watched the first couple of episodes, we did take a look at the map, and these fields are pretty expensive. So this one right here is $503K. That's a lot of money for this little piece of land. I'm just saying. I think I want to see what's on this one right here. Is that oats? Yes. So we've got oats on 4 and 5. So let's see how much field. Well, let's look at 3. Is that grass? I think that's grass. Yeah, so field 3 is grass. We could definitely never have enough grass for our sheep, so we might go ahead. Let's see how much this is. This one is 133K, so we're going to go ahead and buy 3. We'll go ahead and buy field 3. We'll go ahead and get that, and then on field 2, I think that is spinach. Is that spinach? No, it is not. It is not spinach. What is, maybe canola? Yeah, so it's canola. So let's go ahead and let's purchase field 2 as well, and that's got canola on it, so let's buy that for 276K. These fields are expensive, man. These are really pricey fields. What was the other one that had canola? Where was it at? Okay, so number 9. Yeah, we don't want to go that far over. We do have 51 here for 86K. I don't think it has anything on it. I think it's just a piece of land, which is good for me because then we can go over here. It looks like it's got some trees on it. So we could possibly go over here and cut down some trees and, build another part of our farm here. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let's see, 51 for 86K. We'll go ahead and get that as well. And so the money we have here is the money we brought over from Ponderosa, for those wondering. And I will adjust the money back to default once we get the pieces of land we want. I don't want to buy a lot of land, but I don't want to start off with very little either because I want to be able to make some money. That's what this is all about, Farming Simulator. It's about getting on here and making money, getting better equipment, buying bigger things, and possibly in the future we'll have enough money to get us a garage, a nice garage, if I can find a nice garage mod to put in the game. Now, 24 right here. Let's see what 24 is. I think that's red beets. I believe 24 is red beets. It is. And I don't mind doing red beets. They just don't pay for a lot. They just don't pay enough money, in my opinion. They're like $900 per liter, I think. Something like that. How much is the field? 212K. So let's go ahead and let's get 24. We'll buy 24. All right. And I think that's probably it. Now, I did want this field of corn. I'm thinking about buying the field of corn right here. I'm pretty sure that's corn. 25. So let's go ahead and buy 25. This is going to be expensive right here. This is going to be 426K. So we'll go ahead and we'll buy that field of corn, and then we'll leave it at that. So I don't think we need anything else. Now, see, this is kind of land I like having right here, like these big pieces of land. So let's go ahead and get field 52 as well. That's 322K. This is going to take our money down a lot. Yeah, so we're down to 952K right now. I think that should be good for right now. We don't need to do too much. I don't want to take on too much at once, even though the more I have, the better off, because I like staying busy. So, all right, so that's going to be it for that. Let's go and go over to farmland and check it out. So everything we own right now is highlighted in the green. Right now, later on, we will eventually probably buy these pieces of land here where there's plain land and we can build. Because y'all know me, I love to build my own farm. I love doing that. So eventually, we'll buy pieces of land like 68, 69, 67. We'll buy all these pieces of land that are plain Jane. What we're gonna do now? Let's go back over and let's go over to field 52. We're gonna visit that and we're gonna hop over here. Let's go into flight mode and hop up. So this is field 52 right here. Let's get our map pulled up so we can see. So field 52, this is all 52 right in here. We own all of this right back to the edge of this tree line right here, I believe. So we own all that, and then all of this over here. Yeah, so this has got some grass in it, so that's a good thing. We can cut grass over here if need be. And we do have another field of grass that we bought, I believe, as well. This is all field 52 right here, or land 52, I guess you would say. It's not a field. We own all this down through here. So there's plenty of trees to cut down back here if we want to make some wood chips or whatnot to sell to make money. And is this a well right here? Does this have water in it? Or no, I don't think it does. Okay, it's just a decorational piece. But it looks like it's got a little road here that goes back through the piece of land right here, right to the train tracks. And then what do we got down here? We got corn. Is this the one that we bought? I'm trying to figure out where I'm on the map. No, that's field 39. All right, so let's go on over to field. We bought 52. We bought. What else did we buy? We bought 3. Did we buy 3? Yes. Let's go over to field 3, and then field 25 that we bought is right here. This is field 25. This is the corn, and we also bought this one, which has the red beets on it right here. And then we're going to go over to field 3, which is our grass. That's the one we bought too. And then field 2, which is right here. Now, I don't necessarily like the way the field looks. It looks like the farmer did not have narrow tires when he drove through, and he probably messed up. It looks like he did a little crop destruction there. He messed up his crop. But that's okay. We'll go with what we got. And I think this is ready to harvest. It's canola. So, all right, let's head back to the main farm. Let's shut that off. And I think the first thing we're going to do before we start any kind of money-making work at all is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust the money down to default. Okay, so the $952,000 you guys see will go into our main savings account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. You guys are going to see how I do it. And I'm going to, you can add money, remove the money, or you can set your money to a certain amount. We're going to set this to 100,000, okay? So that sets it to 100,000. It's on 95K, not a big deal. We'll go with that. That was delivery cost, so 5,000. We can kill that. I do have the speed unlocked, so we're going to be going pretty fast. Yeah, it's gonna get this done real quick because I've got the real speed limit mod installed in the game, so it makes the tractors and the mowers and stuff work at the natural vehicle speed. So, all right, there's that. Let's flip it around. All right, let's go. So I'm planning on, as always, guys, I'm planning on making a lot of money on this map, we'll just have to see how it all goes as we go along. All right, so this thing got a sharp turn radius on it. Look at this thing, man. I need to get this straight right here. This needs to be straight so we can go straight back and forth instead of turning that corner. So I might straighten it out when I come back. But this thing is boot scooting, man. It is boogieing. All right, now when we go off the road this time, we're going to have to lift these up so we don't cut the grass on the other side. Come on, lift them up. All right, there's that. Oh, no, we got a sign right here. That's going to get knocked down. I'm going to go ahead and knock that down. Oh, it won't knock down. We're going to have to... Let me turn the mower off. And the mower itself, the tractor. Yeah, this has got to go. That's got to go. Okay, there we go. All right. I turned my tractor off, even though just a few seconds, because I don't want to waste unnecessary fuel. Let's drop it down, turn it on. There we go. All right. So, yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to get this done. I'm going to straighten this out right here. As we go up, I'm just going to go straight instead of turning. I'm going to go straight ahead. All right, let's whip it around, and then we'll go ahead and get this little bit right here. All right, there's that. Let's whip it around again. We'll go back up. Oh, whoa. Just about turned it over, man. Oh, we got a little piece right here we got to get. Right there. There we go. All right, now we can go straight back and forth here. And I would prefer to do it that way instead of having to turn corners and because that's how you're supposed to cut grass anyway. You go straight back and forth. Come on, drop them down. Let's go. We got money to make, man. Wasted time. Now I don't know why the ground texture looks the way it does after cutting the grass on this particular field, but normally it doesn't have that, burnt look. So I'm not too sure why it's probably just the type of grass I'm on, I'm sure. All right, let's head back up this side here. There we go. Now, I hope you guys enjoying the content, man. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure, guys, most importantly, on your way out or on your way in, that you are hitting the like button for me. And the more likes the video gets, the more that YouTube puts it out there, and the more the algorithm feeds it to other viewers. So that means more people on the channel, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. And we're almost at 11,000 subscribers over here, guys and girls, and we've had this channel going since 2020, I think, is when I started the channel, something like that. Maybe a little later than that. Might have been 2022. Come on, man. Come on. Move that thing, bro. Move that piece of junk. All right, yeah, we don't want to get on that side. We don't want to cut the grass over there. All right, let's head back up here. And let's start, because we're almost done here. Now, once we get all this done right here, what I'll do is I'll go grab the baler and we'll come back and we'll start, belling everything up. All right, let's lift them up. And I notice the back ones don't want to lift up unless you back the vehicle up. That's when the back ones will lift up. Watch this, see? There it goes. I don't know why it does that. It's really weird. I guess just the way the vehicle's made. All right, well, I think we got it. I think we got every last bit of it. Let's go ahead and lift these up. We'll shut the mowers off. We got just a little bit left right here to get. Just a little bit. And there we are. There we are. All right, we can go ahead and fold this up. And we'll take this back up to the farm because we have another field that we got to cut, which is, I think, that field 3 right there. Was that field 3? Let's see here. No, that was not field 3. So we got field 3 we got to cut as well. Let's go ahead and grab a tractor. And we're going to grab, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll take this on over to field 3. Let's see where field 3 is on the map here. Yeah, so it's going to be, need to have those hazards on. It's going to be over this way. So we're going to take a left right here. And field 3 is going to be right down here on our left. Which is right here. All right, now is this gate going to open? Come on, open up for me. There you go. So this is field 3. Let's go ahead and unfold it. And we'll leave the mower parked right here. We're going to grab these. There we go. They on there. Let me get a grip on them. Let me make sure they're on there good. Nope. That goes out. There we go. That's what I want to do. Okay, now. So this is our twine here, which goes into our baler. I haven't done this method for a long time, so it's just bear with me if I don't get it right the first try. It's been a long time since I've done it like this. But you know, it definitely, I mean, I'm not complaining about it. It definitely adds realism to the game doing it this way. So I think what we got to do is we got to sit these right down beside the baler. Like so. All right. So there's that. Now, let's hop in the tractor. Let's get our help window on here, and let's see which one actually fills it up with the twine. Because there's an option here to fill it up. It says the backslash is bulk fill. Select fill item disabled, which is the equal sign. Okay, here we go. Is that what did it? Open cover. We got to do that. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's pretty cool. That is pretty awesome, man. Look at that, dude. That would actually make a killer thumbnail for the video itself right there. That would make a killer thumbnail. We can get it about like that right there. Let me turn those lights out. Get it about right like that right there. Bam, that'll make a killer thumbnail right there, man. Killer thumbnail. All right, let's turn the HUD back on. All right, so right there, refill baler. There we go. It's putting in the twine. That is pretty cool, man. It's been a long time since I've done it like this, and I did not know the baler's open that way. But look at it going in. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? I love being a gamer, man. I love it. I love doing gaming. I can't help myself, man. Here I am, 48 years young, and I will always be a gamer. I remember the very first gaming console I ever got. I was 12 years old. Well, actually, it was before that. I remember my brothers had an Atari, and we used to love playing Pong. But my very first console I ever had, like my very first own console, was a Nintendo. It was a Super Nintendo. I mean, I'm sorry, a regular Nintendo system. And my mom got it for me. Okay, so now we got to figure out how to fold this back up. Let's see. So I'm assuming it'd be like this. And then we have to close it back up, which I'm thinking, nope, that folds it back up. No, I gotta figure out how to, okay, right there, close cover, there we go. That's what I was looking for right there. All right, there we go. Okay, I should have had my tractor shut off. I was wasting fuel there. But I remember on my 12th birthday, my mom had thrown a surprise party for me at my school. And I think I was in 5th grade or something like that. Anyway, my teacher had sent me down to the office to get, you know, quote unquote 100 copies of a piece of paper that she apparently needed. Oh, those need to go in just a little bit, just like that. There we go. Now we can pick this up. Come on, get it on there. Come on. Get it on there. Okay, it's on there, I guess. But my teacher sent me down to the office to get 100 copies of what she supposedly needed. Well, I went down to the office. I got the 100 copies. I come back, and when I walked through the door, there was my mom with my cake in her hands, and all the candles were lit. And I still remember every gift I got to this day. I remember that, for one, my mom got me a Nintendo, and I remember it had Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt with it, and I think there was a Need for Speed game as well. And then she also got me a basketball, because my mom knew I loved shooting hoops. And I just remember that like it was yesterday. That was my very first gaming console I ever had, was a Nintendo, and me and my brothers used to wear that thing out. We used to play it all the time, and it was just so much fun. But that's my point to all that, is that's what started my whole we gotta park this over here. That's what started my whole gaming career, man. But it started right there. It starts when you're young. things that we do in life, man, a lot of it starts when we're young. You know, like my gaming thing, you know, starting with Atari with my brothers and then getting my own Nintendo. It all starts when you're young, and I'm so glad to this day that my mom bought me a Nintendo for my 12th birthday, and that's what started all this journey, man. That's what started everything. So, all right, let's hop on out here. I'll quit jabbing, guys. We're going to hop out here. We're going to jump into the tractor, and we are going to take this down here, and we're going to start belling up these bales. Want to make sure that front wheel right there is dropped down. Looks like it is. All right, let's turn the help window off. We don't need that on. We might need to, and we'll start right here and start working. And you will notice, you will see those bales start working their way out there, out the back of the baler there. Once we get so much in there, you'll see them start working their way out. Now, the cool thing about the square balers is you don't have to stop and eject them. They'll eject automatically. See, there comes one right there. All right. Let's back up so we can get that little bit right here. I love the all-wheel steering, man, because you can get them sharp turns. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't get off. Oh, it says, how come it didn't pick that up? What's up with that? Hold up, let's back it up and try this one more time. Now, it might be different now. You might have to eject these. They might have to be ejected. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, because it's not moving no more than what it was. Oh, it picked it up. It actually did pick it up. Okay. Okay, let's go this way. Easy does it. There we go. Cruise control. And you'll see those bales start coming to the back. They're going to drop on the trailer right there. I think it only holds maybe like 2 or 3. And I think then you have to eject those. All right, see that? So all the bales are coming out. Pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty good. All right. Let's get this last little bit over here, and then we'll focus on this part of the field over here. But I'm doing the bales first. Oh, man, those are the wrong size bales, aren't they? Are those the wrong size bales? Hang on, let me hop out and look. I think they'll do for now. I think the trailer will pick them up. If not, we'll do it by front loader. It's not a big deal. But I think the 240 was probably the bale we wanted to go with, not the 180. But we'll you go, man. You live and you learn. That's how it all works. See that it drops the bales off automatically. Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's whip it around. We'll get this little bit right here, and oh, too sharp. All right, let's grab this little bit. And for those that don't know, what picks it up is that little wheel right there on the front of the baler. You guys see that wheel right there? So this thing right here, you drop it down, see it spinning. That's what picks up your grass, throws in the baler, turns in the bell, and then spits them right out the back here. Now you can eject these manually, I believe. I believe I can go like this right here. Maybe I got to turn it off first and eject it just like that. It'll eject the bell manually. There it goes. And then those should go off the trailer just like that. Pretty cool stuff, man. I love the way they make video games. But those are definitely the wrong size bells. So what we're going to do is let me pull that help window back up. And let's go back to, what was the default? 240? We'll do the 240 on the bell size. That should be the right bell size. That should be the big square bells. I was thinking I think the 180 centimeter bells are what you want for the round bells, not the square. But I'm hoping the trailer will still pick those up. Again, if not, we'll do it by front loader. It's not a big deal. We can still get the job done. That's why we have all these wonderful, amazing tools in this game, so that we can still do things. If we can't get the job done with one tool, we've got many other tools that'll get the job done for us. All right, there it goes. Spitting them out like turds, man. That's some good tacos I had, man. Oh, go on. Go. Quit sitting there. Go. Move. What's crazy is What's crazy is people drive like that in real life, and it annoys me. What we hit? Okay, we're gonna have to. We're going to go on this at an angle. All right, let's back it up like this, and then let's turn it. My dad taught me how to back trailers up. My dad taught me how to do it. He was the best teacher I had, man. My pops taught me a lot of things. He taught me a lot about life, a lot about common sense, and just, you know, Dad. The most important thing that my pops ever taught me about was the Word of God. I could never ever give my dad enough thanks for teaching me about the Word of God, man. There's just not enough time for that. There's no amount of thanks I could ever give my dad that would truly say, you know, thank you, Pop, for teaching me about Jesus and teaching me about the Word. And I just remember, you know, growing up, that my dad would just drill the Word of God into my heart. And I'm not saying that like in a bad way at all. It's when I say drilling into my heart, he branded it in me, man. My dad branded the Word of God into my heart so much that it's what I live for now, you know. And I'm so thankful. Come on, man, go. I'm so thankful now that, bro, you can go, man. I'm so thankful now, looking back, that my dad taught me about the Word of God. Looking back, because it's one of the most powerful weapons we can have in this world is our mind. And the more knowledge you have, the more powerful your mind is. And but I could never, ever give my dad enough thanks in a lifetime for teaching me about the most important thing in life, and that is Jesus. And I'm so thankful and grateful to say, and blessed to say, that I have a personal relationship with Christ, and that I know that I have a one-way ticket to heaven. And it's an amazing feeling, man. It's an absolutely amazing feeling to know that. All right, so I'm wanting to look at these bell sizes. But yeah, my dad taught me a lot about life, man. And you know, kids these days, man, kids don't listen these days like they used to. All right, let's stop here. So yeah, that's about the bell size we wanted right there to begin with. But it's okay. We know now. But, you know, kids these days don't listen the way they used to. But back then, you know, if you just listened to your parents, you know, we learned as kids, we listened to our parents. And even though sometimes our parents may not have thought we were listening, we were. Because now, again, later on in life, I know a lot about the Word of God thanks to my dad, and also thanks to the fact that I've studied the Word myself. And you know, all glory goes to God, man. It's all because of God that I have that wisdom and knowledge. It's not because I decided to sit down and read. It's not because I decided to study. It's because God gave me the wisdom and knowledge to learn about His Word. It's all about God, man. When we give our life to Christ and we turn our life over like that, it becomes less about us and more about Him. It becomes more about God. Is this loose grass right here? Is that what that is? Okay, maybe it's not. All right, let's turn this off, and we're going to eject these onto the field as we're going across here. And then what we need to get next is this. So now I'm hoping the bell trailer will work to pick up the bells. Like I said, if it don't, oh, that's too far. What are you doing, CJ? That's too far. Like I said, if it don't, we got front loader options that we can use. PTO, cables. All right, now this trailer, the way it works, for those that don't know, this lets down. Now, the last time I tried this on FS25, it would not allow the trailer to pick up the bells if they were twine. And I don't know why, but this holds, I think, 16 bells. So let's see. There we go. All right, nice. Gonna put it right up on there for us. Oh, nope. Run over the bells. Don't. Come on, man. What you doing, broski? All right. So now here's the next question. It's going to pick up the smaller bells. That's the question. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. Oh, yep. See. Yeah. So the bell size has to be 240 centimeters. So those will have to be taken up by front loader. The bigger bells we can pick up with the trailer here. So we just got to find the bigger bells, which are, these are the smaller ones. So these are the bigger ones right here. So like these right here, we can pick up with the trailer. So from now on, we'll have to make them 240 centimeters. So And that's okay. You live and you learn, man. You learn as you go. All right, there's that. And then we got a few more. Are these the bigger bales down here? Or is this the smaller ones? I think that's the bigger ones there. And these are the 240s. The rest of them are the 180s. Okay, let's hop back up on the tractor. Let's get the rest of these. So it should pick up all these bales. It'll hold 16. Now, you can do it like this, obviously. You can pick the bales up like this, and you can put them on the trailer like this right here, which is probably how I'll do it. There goes that one. Come on, man. And we'll drop that one there as well. There it goes. All right, let's hop back in the tractor, and let's go over here and get these other bales. So yeah, it holds 16 bales, and I don't really know where I'm going to put the bales at yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Let's grab this one. Drop it there. So yeah, all the technology we have now, like all the stuff, you know, for gaming and you know, like all the vehicles we have on this game that does this job and that job, it's just amazing how far technology has come just in the last 10 years. Even in the last 5 years, technology has just advanced so much. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for this episode of FS25. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, share the videos. Sharing the videos really helps a lot, ladies and gentlemen. And also, of course, liking the videos so that the YouTube algorithm puts it out there for more people to see. But that being said, everyone, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in again. Until next time, this is CJFARMS, and one crop at a time, we are helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video.